He was 16. 16 years old. The individual that was...
Nowadays, teenagers don't make no sense. They're always copycatting. They go through the media. They go through YouTube. They find what they like. And then they do their own little swan song to it. The reason why I say swan song is because they know by their very own hand they're going to ruin their own lives. But they still decide to do it anyway. But if they do it, they got to go and do it big. Something memorable. They do it like a baby shower. Instead of, bringing life into the world, they're taking life out of it. So the last time I seen something like this, it was a DC sniper case. One dude ends up getting mad at his ex-wife. He ends up taking the son, and they end up going on a trip together. During this trip, he would cut a hole inside the trunk of the car. The son would stand inside the car. The father would guide him into killing people. Now keep in mind that this dude was an ex-sniper. So he taught his son pretty well. Usually guys like this are heavily bullied. They've gotten themselves into a corner where they feel as though they are unprotected by the law. Teachers that are too afraid to intervene. A school system that just doesn't want the publicity behind it. And parents that are so busy, they just don't care. And we all know how, as a teenager, every act of wrong is multiplied by 10. Because as a teenager, you're already emotional. But if you feel as though, you're being screwed over at each and every turn, you want to lash out. And God help you if you find someone that enables those thoughts. I was feeling the same way too. So instead of one person struggling with their thoughts, you got two people sharing their thoughts. And these thoughts turn into actions. Or maybe I should say, these thoughts transfer to fantasies that turns into actions. Not just that I blame the parents. If you openly express the hatred that you have for another race, fucking niggers, that's the reason why I can't keep a job. Fucking niggers. The reason why we're taxed so heavy, because they taking all the welfare. You spare yourself from looking at the statistics. You know that white people are in the majority, so they are the ones that's receiving the most welfare. But somewhere along the lines, someone taught you that black folks are the reasons why you're suffering. And if black folks wasn't here, you would blame somebody else. Way back in the day, white folks would blame white folks from other different ethnicities. If it wasn't for the fucking Irish. If it wasn't for the fucking Spanish. If it wasn't for the fucking Polacks. Anytime that you put a group inside of a ghetto and you let them go ahead and figure it out on their own, they're going to get violent. That's the reason why we still have trailer parks, and trailer parks is full of white people. What do you see? A lot of people addicted to meth. A lot of people committing violence against each other. A lot of wives being beat. But we tend to ignore that part. When something happens to black people, all the news crews show up. Because that's the narrative. That's what we need people to believe. That's who we need people to blame. But a young man who isn't looking at history, who sees their, family member, father, mother, as the authority figure and a person to believe, what do you think they're going to do? Oh my God, the world is ending and it's all because of niggers. So when they shoot up a school, shoot up a grocery store, bomb a building, they figure they're doing their part. They're going to save the world. What I'm saying is monsters aren't born. They're made.